Our company is Sumos Naturais S.A. and we are going to talk about an implementation on an ERP system in a juice company. Firstly, we are going to avoid how to create customers and suppliers. You can see this is a home page. You can see all the things that we already done. Now you go to Home, Setup, then Company and Foundation, and you create your company, you select your data, and you have to select your main currency. Then you go to Modules, you select the modules that you want and the modules that are needed for your type of business. Now to create a new customer, you go to New Customer, you select the third party name, you select the address for the third party, the city, the web page, and you select the size of the company. Then add a third party, you go to the list of the customers and you see the third party is already there. To create a supplier, you use the same, but you select nor prospect nor customer. Secondly, we are going to show how to create a new product. And you go to product, then you go to new product, you dial the reference of the product, you put the label, you do a description, select manufacturer product, what is the origin country, and then create. You go to customer prices, you update the price, you select the selling price that you want and the VAT rate. Then you go to products and you see the last made product. Then you need to do a bill of materials to create a virtual product. You select not for sale and not for purchase, you don't have a selling price, and go to virtual product, you select search, and now you add the quantities and subtract the quantities needed to create the final product. As you can see, you subtract all the packages that you need for the product. Now you add the quantity of the product that you want. You can see it already subtracts and tells you which stock do you have, and as you see the stock is low. You select correct stock, you go to warehouse 2, number of units you select 350, and then you go to stocks. As you can see, you have already 350 units in stock. Now you are going to talk about stock management and raw materials. You go to product stocks, then you can see all your products and the last movements in each warehouse. You see we created one warehouse in Monte Caparica, the warehouse of the final products. You have the units and the selling unit price. You go to list and then you go to see the other warehouse. We created another one to the raw materials, and you also can see the units, and you see the virtual products doesn't count to the total of stock. Then you go to value and you can see this is the stock value in each of the warehouses. You go to movement, You can see all the movements that have been made in which warehouse. Then you go to stocks. You can see in stocks that the raw material maçã has a stock limit, and there's an alert for stock too low. You go to replenishment, you select the stock that you want to add, then select the supplier. As you see, the supplier has a minimum quantity of shipment. You select that quantity and you create an order. Then you go to that order, you click on validate, yes, then you accept the order, then you select the method, email, and make the order, and now you select the method of delivery. Then you go to stock dispatching, you select the warehouse where to, and then you dispatch that quantity. Now you go to stocks, you can see the quantity in stock. You go to commercial, and in the commercial list you can see the invoices. You create, you put your reference of supplier, the label, the date. Do on receive is one of the options, the payment type, and then you create a draft. Then you validate, and then you select do payment. You select the date of payment, payment type, and you have to double check the amount of the payment. You select save and classify paid, validate. Now you have the order paid. Now we are going to talk about how to sell the final product. You go to customer orders, new order, you select the reference of the customer, you select the customer, the dates, the payment type, available delay you select immediately, and the source email. Then you go and predefine, you choose the product that you want to ship, the quantity that you want to ship, and then you validate. Then you ship product, you select the warehouse, you do a new shipment, you choose the dates, and then the delivery method. You click on create, then you validate, you create an invoice. As you see, the date is necessary. You select the methods of payment, and then you go to validate. You go to do payment, you select the date, and you select the payment amount and double check it. Classified pay, you pay, you validate, and then you go to list, you go to the product, you classify delivered. If it's delivered it, you classify billed, and then you go to list. As you can see, it is already processed. Now we are going to talk about financial and bank cash. In financial, you can see the invoices, you can see the last invoices that we made from the suppliers order, and also the invoice from the customer order. You can see the VAT and the quantity and the total amount to pay. Then you go to bank cash. You can see we created an account. You can go to transactions, and in transactions you will see all the debit and credit that we already made. You go to monthly report, and then in monthly report you have all the data of the month. Then you go home, and we already talked about everything. Now thank you, and don't forget, buy your frescoes.